Hi YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about natural hair and boot camp. I know when I went to boot camp, there wasn't a lot of videos on YouTube about how you were going to be able to take care of your natural hair while you're in boot camp. I'm in the Navy, and I know like I said, before I went, I researched and researched and researched what I was going to do before I went to boot camp because I knew for some reason that I was going to have to get my hair chopped off. Um, I definitely had to get it cut. My method definitely didn't work, but I know one girl whose method worked, but I really don't recommend it because her hair was probably so damaged by the time she got out of boot camp. Um, I don't know what she was going to do because she pulled out some of her hair, like kind of just pulled some out of her sew in, and it was just so short. And she tried to say it was edges, but it was like all the way, it was all the way back there. Um, Sorry if I sound a little congested. I am a little bit under the weather, but okay, on some what I'm here to talk about. Sorry, my phone's going off. But yeah, natural hair and boot camp. The only method that works if you get a sew in and let them cut the weave. And I really wouldn't recommend you getting really good hair. I say semi beauty supply store. Don't get no Brazilian hair, no Malaysian hair. Um, None of the no hair that comes in bundle. Don't get that hair because they're just gonna cut it. I said she had like some wet and wavy. It was everywhere. It was shedding. It was doing everything. By the time she got finished with boot camp, you can see straight through her weave, like to her new growth, I guess you could say. Um, but yeah, just get a sew in. My method was, and I braided my hair on the way to the airport to leave for boot camp. I was on the bus braiding my hair. So I braided my hair to the back. And as I braided it, I connected it in the back, like kind of like you linked each one. And then I linked it going in this way. And then I took the one piece that was hanging and pinned it up with a bobby pin. You're not supposed to have anything in your hair, but they couldn't find the bobby pin. So when it came time to get a haircut, the lady came to me, the petty officer came to me and was like, "Where does this end? Take this down." So I had to take my hair down and they had to see how long my hair was. And I did end up getting it cut, which sucked because they don't care how they cut it. They just pull it all to the back and just kind of snip it that way. They don't try to like comb it down and snip it. They just kind of pull it all together and snip it. So my hair was very uneven. Um, I was transitioning at the time. So while I was in boot camp, for the first, I don't even remember how many days. I think it was like, oh, it might have been a week before you even got to go to the exchange to purchase anything for your hair. So, the Caucasian women there, they couldn't wash their hair either. We didn't have anything. They don't give you shampoo or anything to wash your hair for the first. It was either 2 days or it was a week. I can't really remember because it's been a minute and I've been said I was going to do this video. But, um, excuse me. So when you finally get to go to the next, they don't have anything that we use as African American women. They don't have anything. I used Shea Moisture before I left. And they had like Motions is the only thing that they had. Motions, and they had um olive oil. But the olive oil, it didn't work on my hair because it dried my hair out so bad and it made my hair tangle. So I did not like the olive oil whatsoever. Um, um, so let me think. Olive oil. And then they had like other Caucasian products that you can have, like Suave. I mean, some people use that stuff, not putting it down or anything, but I didn't use it. for my natural hair. They had like Suave, Head and Shoulders, the very, very minimum and the basic that they would use. Um, so Oh, and they didn't have any moisturizer. They barely had any oils. The only thing you were allowed to get was, well, for my RDC, we only can have pink oil moisturizer. And everybody was asking, for African Americans, we know what that is, but other people was asking what was pink oil moisturizer. And so, we got the pink oil moisturizer. It was okay, but I just don't, the smell of pink oil moisturizer it was just horrible because it was the old school kind. Eventually, while I was in boot camp, some of my shipmates, they found a different kind of pink oil moisturizer. It had the pink moisturizer had jojoba oil in it, and it smells so much better than the old school pink oil moisturizer that your mama used to put in your hair. But I have it right here. It was this. I can't believe I still have this stuff because I don't use it really. I'm not even going to say I use it because I really don't use it. Um, so it has jojoba oil in it, and it smells like so much better than the old pink moisturizer, and it's lighter. It's way lighter. Make sure you get the classic light because if you get the heavy stuff, it is horrible. And another thing that I got to use, we weren't allowed to buy this stuff. As we got people who was asthma, which is shifted to the rear for 2 weeks, because they didn't pass their test or whatever reason that they had to come into our division. They had stuff or injury. They were in fit for a while because they couldn't pass their swim and stuff. And so they had stuff that they were allowed to have because once you get in fit, they really don't care. So eventually, we tried to like sneak stuff into our little compartment and put it in our little drawer. But I ended up buying this stuff too for, if you can see it. And it was okay. It was okay. It was just something to moisturize your hair. They didn't have no oil. So, you use a moisturizer and then you want to use the oil on top to seal your moisture in your hair. And especially being in the summertime, the sun, being outside, you need to seal your moisture as much as you can. So, these were the two products that I use. I don't even have my olive oil shampoo anymore. I gave that stuff away. I barely even use it. I think the shampoo I ended up using, I borrowed somebody's, the way we try to do, because your little drawer that you get, your personal drawer, is not that big. So what we try to do as African Americans, we like teamed up and somebody bought shampoo and then somebody bought conditioner and then we just shared whenever we needed. And so somebody had some Dr. Miracle shampoo and conditioner. It was like a 2-in-1. And I tried that while I was in boot camp, and I kind of liked it. And so I just kind of discarded of my olive oil. Oh, and I tried Motions too. Motions, I have mixed feelings about Motions because they're the reason why. The only way that my RDC let us do our hair is that we had to, we only can wear braids. Like, I had my natural hair out and like I had my blonde in my hair. Like, you can see some of the coloring. I got it colored in A school, so a little darker because I couldn't have the blonde, but I had like little streaks, and like you can see right there, I had like little streaks and stuff in my hair, and so they really couldn't see it when it was braided. They didn't know, but once I had took my hair out because it needed to be washed and everything, my RDC went crazy because I had this blonde patch in my hair, and he would not let me wear my natural hair out, like out, period. And that kind of sucked. He called me all kinds of names, but it was funny though. That's just me. What else? We only can wear braids, but with the braids, once you don't mess with your hair, because I like braiding my hair maybe once every 2 weeks, and I didn't really mess with it. My hair grew a lot in boot camp, like a lot, because when we're out in the civilian world, we're constantly doing things to manipulate our hair. But the braids for me, like the braids to the back, was just like, don't, that just worked for me because before I went to boot camp, I wanted to do my natural hair like every 3 days. I wanted a different hairstyle, and that didn't work for me. So I learned to leave my hair alone while I was in boot camp. Um, but yeah, the girl who the only way that you're going to be able to keep your natural hair long is get a sew-in. There was actually 2 girls in our compartment that did that. Oh, and the only days that you'll be able to do your hair anyway is on Sundays, which was holiday routine, I think they called it. I can't remember a lot of things. Um, Holiday routine. So that's the only day that we really got to do hair, and we had to like sneak at nighttime and try to braid other people's hair because African Americans there did not know how to braid hair. It was probably only like 2 or 3 of us that knew how to braid hair out of the whole compartment. And so we had to spend our time braiding other people's hair, which got tiring too because it's just like constantly trying to, if one person hair is messed up, we had to fix it because the RDC was like, you got to do something with your hair, like, period. There's no excuse. So we had to do their hair. We was like forced to. Um, and some girls had beautiful natural hair. One girl was mixed. Her hair was beautiful, but the fact that it was big, they did not want it out whatsoever. They were tripping. All right, YouTube, anyway, that's about all I have for right now. If you have any questions, just drop them below, and I'll try to answer you as soon as I can. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm just now starting this out, doing YouTube and all, but just bear with me. And like I said, I'll get to your questions as soon as I can. If y'all need me to do another video to update you with anything that you have questions about, just let me know. All right, see you later, YouTube. Bye.